Alright, welcome back to another video, and today it's gonna be an interesting one because specifically I'm gonna explain to you my indicator. So for those who know, I did post it on my corner in Discord that I have an indicator now. It was not mine actually, it is from a Twitter user who had already made it, and I bought his monthly subscription to test it out as I use the volume profiles in my analysis, and I liked it, so I contacted him to buy the rights of this indicator, and he sold it to me for 2000. I'm not gonna take the name of the person because he has asked me to keep his privacy. So after buying that indicator and a couple of changes, you can find it as beam levels. I'm gonna leave the link in the description down below for the indicator link. It won't pop up in the search bar so easily. I don't know why. I think it's because I have kept my script at private. So I'm gonna leave the link, and if you're hitting up, okay, let's go to that link now. So the link will take you to this page where if you go into the scripts, you will see this beam levels, and then you click this, you scroll down, and here it will say add to your favorite, like this, add to your favorite indicators. And once that's added, you can go back to your chart. Wait. Alright, then you can go back to your chart and it will appear in favorites over here, and then you click this, it will come over here like this, and it will enable the indicator. No, don't do that. Yes, my old one. So it won't enable just like that because you have to go into the settings, and then these are the settings. Don't change any of these. I don't think these needs to be changed, and I don't know what these do either, font size, line style. But this is the most important part. First of all are the Monday levels. I'm gonna explain shortly, a short description of all of them. So first of all, we have the Monday levels. If you click on, it will activate the Monday levels, Monday high and the Monday low. If you watched my key levels video, the Monday levels are important because that marks the open of the week of the stock markets. So a range gets created. As you can see over here, we have this range. We deviated below, a little deviation above, but we are within this Monday range for now. Then to activate the volume profile levels, you have to come down over here. It says under day, you first have to click on, and then you can select POC, value area low and value area high. I'm not gonna tell you what value area high and low is. It is a whole detailed topic. You can YouTube what volume profiles are, but POC is the most important, which means point of control, and it is the highest area of traded volume wherever that volume profile is generated. So first if you click on, then you can set colors, and you don't need to select open and high and low. Open is basically just gonna, and high and low is just gonna mark levels for the daily highest point, daily lowest point, and where the daily candle opened. It's not necessary, just have these ones on, and you can have it for the previous day as well. Mine is off. So once you click both of those open, you will have this sort of a pattern. This is the EOS USDT chart. Monday low, Monday high, value area high, POC value area low. And then if you go to the settings, you can turn off day and you can turn on weekly, and it will do something like this. Monday range will remain the same because the weekly candle hasn't closed yet our week hasn't ended, so it's the same Monday highs and lows as it was in the daily settings. The difference was changed in the POC levels because this volume profile is now generated for the weekly level. I think it starts from whatever that UTC time is on the daily candle opening for the week. It starts from there towards the current day, which is Friday over here now. So it generated that, and as you can see, EOS had a bounce from the weekly POC and Monday low. So this marks as a key important level as well. The POC is the most important level. You can turn these off. The value area high and value area low, you can turn these off, but the POC is the most important one, followed by the Monday ranges. Similarly, you can do it on previous week, month, previous month, and year. I like to stick between daily and weekly, because unless we see some sort of a really impulsive move, so for that I would have to enable the monthly values as well. So I was talking about why this is important and I paid such money for it, is because, let's just say, this is the average your standard volume profile, okay, and you have to manually identify which range you want it for example, you want it from this swing low from over here to this swing high over here. That is your POC. And if I go into the settings, value area low, value area high, it would make these as well, the value area highs and value area lows. That is for a range which you can do manually. But for example, like you want to create it for a daily, let me just enable that. Okay, let's say you wanna make it for the daily. For that you would have to specifically may take the volume profile tool, and you would have to go back to where the daily candle opened and where the daily is currently at, or where it has closed for the previous daily candle setting, and you would have to manually do it. But with this indicator, what you can do is just click this button and it will automatically generate these levels for you. So generally speaking, on how you are supposed to trade them, how I trade them, first of all, let's just talk about Monday levels. If you watched the key levels video I have previously made, I talked about how these two levels are watched by the entire market, and these can act as stop runs. So what usually happens is, when price reaches, let's say the price is currently gonna go on EOS and you want to short, what you want to be waiting for is that what's gonna happen is, some people, the aggressive shorts, are gonna place their shorts like this, and they will have their stops below the previous range high, and they would be targeting back to the Monday lows. They are aggressive and they are impatient. So what you wanna be waiting is, have your indicator on, wait for the sweep of these stops, get acceptance back below Monday high, retest, and then you can trigger a short. Similarly for that, if we dump, we sweep, it can sweep here, it can sweep here, it can sweep here, but after the whole sweeping is done, we wait for the Monday low to be reclaimed, and then we trigger along back to Monday highs. So that's simply trading the Monday range. That's what day traders do mostly. They just scalp between the Monday highs and lows. On the pros, what they do is they wait for sweeps. The aggressive beginners, they just limit short and long without waiting for sweeps. So with this indicator, it will automatically mark your Monday levels, and then you can wait for sweeps, reclaims, and then you can trigger your positions. After that comes our POC levels, which is the volume profile. So what we want to do with the volume profile is that the POC, which is the highest area of traded volume, I honestly do not use value area high and low much, unless I could say that I have a chart like this on BTC, and I have the H1 resistance here, this deviation resistance, then I have the key resistance, and I have the POC lining up in here as well. So what I would ideally do is, I would place limit shorts between these two key levels, and I see that right above that is my value area high. So first of all, I would look for, like on the 4-hour chart or daily chart, I would look for a key level where I would place my stop loss, and then I would take this daily value area high into consideration as well. Let's say my key level is coming somewhere over here for my stop loss, but I see that a value area high is here, it can get tagged. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna adjust my stop loss to be above this value area high, such in that case, if price does go up like here and it has a chance of rejecting over here, it would save my stop loss. So that's how you can ideally use the value area high and low levels to adjust your stop losses. But the most important one, as I said earlier, is the POC level. So on the POC, you just want to be waiting to see once the price reaches the POC level, what kind of a reaction it gets over there. Let's just turn off this indicator and fresh chart it right now. So what I was saying previously was that you got your setup like somewhere around over here like this, and you had your indicator off, and you just had your this like this. Somewhere around here was our stop loss, and then you can turn on the indicator and find confluence. You can see that the POC is over here on the 15-minute chart, and on the 1 hour chart it is lower, right about the around these levels. So what we initially calculated as our stop loss on the high time frame was correct, because it is below these key levels, as well as on the 4 hour chart it is below the most recent low. So that's your first confluence over there about your stop loss. And then you have your second confluence, that where your entry is, you also have the M15 POC levels, range POC, this range over here, range POC levels are lining up around about your entry. So what you can do is you can go like this for your entry, or you can stick to the normal position, or you can take the sweep type of trade, like sweep this, reclaim this back, the POC specifically, and then you can take a position once again. And that's basically it for this indicator. It's not something really scientific or magical, it just adds confluences to your trades. It is not to be used as an indicator independently to take trades, but I just showed you how you can use it to add confluence to your trades. As this isn't like the EMAs or something else, this is a key indicator for key levels, and specifically the volume profile. Every pro trader you will come across uses the volume profiles in their analysis. Some of them would look like really confusing on the exo charts. Some people use the exo charts, I don't. So instead of like manually going and creating volume profiles every now and then, you can just click the indicator icon and it will automatically place them for you, and you can go about adding confluences to your trades from over there. I'll also try to find a video on volume profiles and link it down in the description if I do find any, because you have to learn what these volume profiles, what value area high, which is VAH, and value area low, VAL, POC, point of control, what is a volume profile, and what all these things are, and why it's important to use, and why most of the pros use this isn't related to the net volume. The net volume is a completely different thing. It is, as the name suggests, it is net. It shows an overall volume for the whole move, while as for the volume profiles, it shows a volume where as for the POC, where it is most traded for a specific range. On the 15-minute it's different, on the 1 hour it different, and on the 4 hour it is different again. So it changes from range to range, and for every range you will have to manually do it. Instead, just add this indicator, click the levels icon, and boom, you have the levels. That's how I trade them. Add confluence, and that's it. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.